I'd personally like to see just the reinforcement of the plan of what our back to school learning is going to look like.
Schools are set to reopen in about a month's time, and right now there is no word from the province what the plan is and what school is going to look like in the fall. At around this time last year, schools were heavily preparing for the return of students and staff. Marcos Suarez, a Sturgeon Heights Collegiate student entering his final year of high school, says they ended off the 2021-2022 school year without many restrictions and would like to see the same format for the upcoming year. But if that is not the plan, he says he would like to know as soon as possible so he could prepare for a different outcome.
It'd be nice to hear from official confirmation from the province on that, as I would like to honestly have a somewhat normal school year for the first time in, I'd say, 2 years.
The provincial response level to COVID is green or limited risk, and there are currently no restrictions in place. We reached out to the education minister on whether there will be an update on back to school, but didn't hear back in time for broadcast deadline.
It will honestly depend. If the numbers do start increasing in schools, for example, and we do start seeing higher risk, it's obviously necessary to have more restrictions. But in the meantime, I'd say it'd be nice to give students that choice now, so that since we've already been doing it for the past couple of months.
Ontario's Education Ministry announced Monday that masks will not be mandatory for students and staff in schools for the upcoming year. Dr. Eliza Gerstein says the Manitoba government should be following the fundamentals, including mask wearing, proper ventilation, and proper filtration.
To not do the things that we know to mitigate COVID in children does not make sense to me at this point.
Gerstein says we have the tools in place to prevent further outbreaks of the virus.
Now is the time to put them back into place. There's no reason not to do this. If you want to claim economics, these things will be cheaper than treating long-term disabilities.
Suarez says the past 2 years have been frustrating, and to him, it's also frustrating not knowing what his final year of high school will entail.
Even if restrictions do come, it's you got to think about the bigger good for everybody, and we should always just keep doing our best in our learning and hope for things to get better.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.